Hello and welcome to MB Tech. My name is Matthew Bingham, and today we'll go through the installation of my 16 favorite Ender 3 Pro upgrades. I hope you enjoy this. If you would, please like, subscribe, and here they are. Okay, first one's going to be the Extruder Knob. This is a real easy one. And it's on. And that will allow you to pull your filament in and out. Pull your filament in and out nice and easy. So that's a pretty easy upgrade there. Next one's the LCD screen cover. Nice and simple. Alright, next is the Baffle. This one you are going to have to do one screw at a time. Okay, so we got our baffle on, got our screen cover, we've got our extruder knob on there. Caliper holder, that goes up top here. Now the caliper's on. Next will be the LCD cover. And since I already have that off, I will be putting in the V protector so I don't get junk in there. Okay, nice covered. Put that back in. I'll also replace the knob this time. Just line a little skirt. Okay, knob's on. Protective back's on. Okay, we're going to do the camera mount on the Z here. Okay, knob's on. Protective back's on. Okay, we're going to do the camera mount on the Z here. Next will be the LED strips. The LED strips are a little bit tricky. Next is the SD card. Alright, our SD's been converted. Next is our dual drawers. Okay, both our drawers are in now. Comes with a nice magnetic board, or magnetic. It comes with a nice. It comes with a nice magnetic. I actually did some bad prints and got a little too close, so it's still hard to peel off. But I do like to do the glass bed upgrade. As you can see, I've already used mine pretty extensively. You can either do it this way, and you'll get a little bit of texture. It actually adheres to it pretty good. Or if you want to, you can go with like pure glass side there. Some people do take off the magnetic bed. I am not, because I probably will maybe go back to magnetic every once in a while. But for the time being, I've been using glass. I've been really enjoying it. And of course, a lot of people put clips on them to hold it. I do find that to be a good way of keeping the mounted well. I will say be careful in this back corner. If you put the clip on wrong, and I don't mean to scare anybody, but if you put the clip on wrong, if you put it on the side here, there's actually your positive and negative for your heated bed. So do not put it on the side. Do not put it here. Make sure it's in the back. Next is the filament guide. This thing I really like a lot. A lot of times that filament will actually be really tight. It'll be really close. Get a better angle over here as well. But that filament, it'll pull this thing straight up. This here I think is a modified actual extruder. And the reason why I say that is there's a little brass ring, which I don't remember on some of the other ones. I think it was just plastic. And then also on the other side, it's got a little angle on it so that you should be able to use your flexible as well. I've actually printed with it. I've printed with TPU. I haven't had any issues. Some of the things I've done are mounts for my 3D or for my quadcopters. This holds the camera. I've printed those out. The TPU, I haven't had any issues with it. I know some people have had issues with TPU, and they'll go either with like a direct drive or a different style. But I haven't had any issues, so I'm sticking with it, and hopefully it'll be good for that. You put it at about like a 45-degree angle, and you just run the filament right through there. You can either snip it. I actually, you can kind of bend the PLA a little bit, and then there you go. So it goes in a lot easier. You don't have to worry about it catching as bad, and it keeps it away from the main motor there. I know it's kind of hard to see. I can't get it better. There's your little wheel, your filament going in and making it more straighter so it's not sitting there catching. But basically what's inside here is two little buck converters as well as a Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi will have the Octoprint on it, and then we've got the two buck converters. One is for the LEDs, so we can put that down to the right voltage for the lighting, and then the other one is to power the actual Raspberry Pi. I will be getting a fan for this. I don't have a fan for it right now, but there will be a fan that goes in there as well. So that's part of the Raspberry Pi setup. The next is the BL Touch. That's right here on this side. You got to take two screws off for it. I made a couple of these. I printed them out. But basically it just goes in there. You got two screws that you do right here and here. And then the BL Touch, you'll feed the cable back through, and that will go back to your main motherboard. And then inside of the main motherboard, that's been swapped out as well. And that's been swapped out with the Big Tree SKR Mini E3 V1.2. And that makes this a lot quieter when it prints. It makes things a lot better. So that is all of the upgrades from my most needed, which is 1 up to 16 or 16 to 1. Caliper, and last but not least, it's powered up. Turn on our Raspberry Pi. Also turn on our LED lights. Alright, that's all of the upgrades. Those are my favorite 16. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be posting hopefully some other videos that we can go across and talk about the different settings. From here, there'll probably be some other videos that I'll be doing that'll get a little bit more in depth of, actually setting up the buck converters with the LED lights, and then also setting up the Raspberry Pi with Octoprint and Octolapse, so you can do some pretty cool time lapse of your actual prints and stuff like that. I'm also a big fan of 3D Print Lab. I don't know if you can see these, but I've been able to print out some wings for an aircraft. And here's the nose cone for it. Got some really good prints out of this. And I'll go through how I got those parameters and was able to get it to work really well. Here's another part of the wing here with an actual servo in it. That's done with the clear or transparent. And I'll go through setting that up and how I got it to print as well as I did. That's it for this one. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed this. Please leave your comments, updates or things you'd like me to go through. Also, other ones that you would recommend for upgrades and stuff like that that you think are really valuable. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and have a great night.